name's Christine, and this is Everyday Living During Cancer. On this channel, we take every day one at a time, and we do things to find pleasure and joy in the time we have now, in the moment. Today, we're going to talk about my favorite things of 2023. Let's get into it. As I mentioned before, I watch a lot of YouTube, and I want to share with you my favorite channels. The first channel I want to talk about is a makeup channel, Jen Phelps. And the reason I like her channel is because she doesn't do any ads. She doesn't do any sponsorships. She does receive PR, but she gives an honest opinion all the time. And she does a lot of dupes. And when I say dupes, she really explains like if this is just like the high-end product or if it's a good closeness to it. It's close enough. The other person I like to watch is Angie with Hot and Flashy. Now, she is 60 years old and she has been working on her skincare routine since she was 50 and started her YouTube channel. And she is a wealth of information for anti-aging skincare, anti-aging gadgets, and she even does makeup to, what looks good on aging skin. So I highly recommend those two. Another area that I love is, my books. And I have been watching Mara with Books Like Whoa for about 2 or 3 years now. Excuse my tears. His eyes irritated, so we're gonna have to dab. So Mara, with Books Like Whoa, she reads just about everything from monster romance to sci-fi to fantasy to nonfiction. And she's articulate, she's intelligent, and I really like the way she presents her reviews without giving spoilers. The other person I like is Books and Lala. I forget her name, but her channel's Books and Lala. And she does about the same as Mara, except she does add some romance in there, not as often, more thrillers, more horror, again, nonfiction. And she has a really creative way of presenting books and different book challenges to really, not just what's new coming out, but what's been popular in the past. The person I like to go to for cozy mysteries is Amy Marie. She doesn't just review and read cozy mysteries, she also does thrillers and regular mysteries, so I really like to look at her when I'm looking for a really good mystery or thriller. Now, I do watch a lot of TV, but I don't watch regular network TV. I'm always watching, the paid channels, right? A very good relative of mine gave me her code for some of her channels, so I get to watch quite a bit. She's so helpful. So the one series that I'm so glad that I binged, and I mean binged, this year was Outlander. Now, Outlander, the book, I tried to read it a few years ago, and I DNF'd it. It was so long, and I don't know why, but I'm so glad I went back to it in the series because it was so good. I don't really recommend you binging it like 24 hours at a time like I did, because I really did, because it can get really intense. So if you pace yourself, it's a little easier to take emotionally. But great series. Everyone talks about it, I know, but I have to include my opinion. The other series, it's like a season that I really enjoyed was Mrs. Davis. It's about a nun who goes on this crazy quest. And I loved it because it was funny. It made fun of a lot of political things, AI, conspiracy theories and religion and just everything out there. It all combined into one show, so I highly recommend. The other channel that really helped me get through some rough times was Food Network. So I really appreciate the Food Network. I watch things like Guy's Grocery Games, Drive-Ins, Diners, and Dives, Beat Bobby Flay, There Goes the Tears Again, fooled ya, and just any and all shows on there. I love watching the baking shows, the cooking shows, the competitions. So if you just need some background noise or you want to be entertained or learn new things about cooking, highly recommend. Something I mentioned earlier in earlier videos is travel, how I want to do more traveling. I did quite a bit this year. So the beginning of the year in January, we went to Seattle to visit my son. That was really fun. I took the girls with me. We spent about 3 days there, and we did some shopping, ate some good food. It was just a really good time. I was just more happy to see my son. In April, I went to New York City, had an opportunity to go. That was a lot of fun. I was there just for a couple days. We went to some museums, saw the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island, which I loved Ellis Island because, I like that genealogy and I had relatives that came over from Italy on a boat. And then in kind of like late spring, early summer, spent some time in Arizona with my family for 4th of July and my sister's birthday and things like that. That was fun. They come out quite often, and so it was good for me to go out there. I get bored sitting at home, and I really have this, like right now it's time for me to move and travel, do something, because I haven't done anything since September. And then in September this year, went to Pittsburgh with my sister on that genealogy trip. If you saw that vlog, I can list it in the links below so you guys can catch that. I did go with a friend to the Huntington Library. Wasn't my first time there. It has changed since COVID because I went before COVID. They've added some restaurants and the high tea is better. We did do high tea. It's okay. Don't recommend it for what it's priced at. I'd go to one of the restaurants. I think they're better, but really enjoy the gardens there. This year, I've loved spending time with family and friends. It has meant so much to me. It really uplifts me. I love catching up, and I've done quite a bit of it this year. So again, in January, I saw my son, which again, I don't get to see very often, and so it was kind of fun to see him in his world, in his element as a grown-up. And then in March, we did this big cousin breakfast and brunch in Redondo Beach, and that was wonderful. I saw all my cousins. I haven't seen them in one place in I don't know how long. It's been years. I also have a girlfriend who comes and visits me every few weeks. She does live in the area, but it's so nice that she just comes here because after a while it was difficult. Sometimes it's difficult for me to go out, sometimes it's not, but for her to come over to the house and just chit chat and hang out real casual, that's been great. I have other girlfriends that have taken me to lunch. That's been awesome. Cousins that come visit me here, and my family has come to visit me also. Sisters, my mom. They spend a couple weeks here. Sometimes it's to help me with certain health things and sometimes it's not, but it's always so much fun to have them here. We kind of all like to do the same things. It's either do a little shopping or do a little sitting around the house reading and watching TV and stuff like that. In September, when I went to Pennsylvania, I did get to visit my cousin, Sherry, and I haven't seen her in years since she left and moved, I should say, from California to Pennsylvania. And it was so good to see her and her boys and really enjoyed her company. I'm so sad that the visit was so short. One of my girlfriends also took me to the Huntington Library, which I talked about in my little travel section. And that was a lot of fun. So I do have good days. I pick places I can go to in a wheelchair. And she was great about pushing me around. She gets her workout in. And we had a really, really good time. And I enjoy spending time with my friends and family so much. As far as hobbies go, I haven't been too good about my crocheting. It is winter, and I kept saying as soon as winter comes, I'll be throwing out that big blanket and crocheting. Problem I'm having is that where I sit, I always have 2 dogs on me, and it makes it hard with a big blanket, but I gotta get that blanket done. YouTube. I started out strong in the beginning of 2023, and I kind of tapered off, and then I came back again. So it is one of my projects that I really want to keep up and keep going as best I can. I want to provide this information for other people, provide cancer information and ways to live life every day and find it no matter what your state is, a physical state is. The other hobby I started was my reading journal. So I started a reading journal, and I should do like a flip through of it sometime and get a better close-up of it. And what's really kind of fun, so this reading journal is basically for 2024, I'm going to, because the screen's not big enough to show me and the book, but for 2024, what I'm going to do is just keep track of my reading. How many audiobooks I read, how many physical books I read, how many ebooks I read, what I borrow from the library. And what I really wanted the journal for in the beginning was to track down book recommendations that I would hear here and there and write down, oh, I want to read that, because I have them like spread out everywhere in Nook, in Prime, in and Goodreads. So I wanted kind of a place to put all my to be read books. Then I started looking into these journals and people doing them on YouTube, and they're so fun and creative that I really find pleasure. I am not a creative person, so this is just my mess, whatever I want it to be. But the beauty of it is that, okay, this is the hoarder gene coming out of me. I have stickers from when I was in elementary school, that we used to, they're like Asian stickers, like Hello Kitty and stuff like that. And I have kept them all these years. And I have now put them in my reading journal. So I'll show you just a couple. So these little deer, they're so cute. They're all crumpled and stuff because they're just aged, but I don't care. Let's see if I can find any more. I don't know if I put any more in here or not. I may not have. But I did buy a bunch of markers and stamps and stickers and stuff for this project. So it's all set up to go. I just need to start filling it out as soon as the new year starts. Now, I only had like one major project this year, and it was my Dia de los Muertos altar. And I forget the word for altar in Spanish. But you did see that in a vlog, and I will link that same vlog. It's the same one where I went to Pennsylvania. And that took a little time to put together, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that project. I don't know what any projects I have coming up. I got to see relatives and discover relatives and see pictures of them that I hadn't before. And again, that Ancestry.com is just this, me doing genealogy is just this ongoing project that I do. And I haven't stepped into it since September, but I've been busy doing other things. But I do go back to it periodically and work on it and dig away and dig away. Okay, I have a couple items that I've just loved. And actually, some I've had longer than just 2023. So the first one is my little fan. It is rechargeable. And I used to take this to work with me in my bag that's small enough. And I would just set it on my desk, set it in. I'd hold it up to my face, take it to workshops or meetings. And now I just sit with it. It sits on my table, by my chair. And I get those hot flashes. And this thing is just awesome. I love it, love it, love it, love it. One of the new things we got this year, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this before. It is like an electric lighter. There's no fuel. You turn it on and it's chargeable. You charge it. And then see that little, I don't know if you can see that. You can hear it. And it lights your candles for you. It's so cool. It's so cool. You don't have to worry about, I don't know, flames burning my acrylic nails or anything like that. I just love this. Other little doodad, I bought a pack of 3 of these, and these are box cutters. They're so handy, especially with all the packages we get here, because I do a lot of online shopping, and I love these. I keep one like in every room, and the girls grab one and open up packages. It's great. It's great. This has just been one of my fun little gadgets that I've had. And you can get these, I got little pineapples. You can get them packs of 10, 20, whatever on Amazon. They're great. Well, that's it for my favorites of 2023. I hope you found this list interesting, inspiring, something for your 2024 list. Before I end this video, I just want to thank everyone for their reaching out to me and their wonderful comments and support in my video, The Truth About My Cancer Diagnosis. I was really touched by everyone reaching out and letting me know they're supporting me and that I've inspired them. So thank you so much for that. And again, if you want to continue to support me, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like the video, and comment. Tell me, I want to know, what were your favorite parts of 2023? What did you find the most fascinating? What inspired you? What made you happy this year? Again, thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.